Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jill. I hope you have come here after watching the first part of the video. If not, please go back and see the first part also so you can understand this better. So this is the second part of contraceptive methods. So we will talk about hormonal contraceptives. So these are by far very effective method of contraception. Okay, so here you can have synthetic estrogen or synthetic progesterone, these hormones, right? So in hormonal contraceptives you can have oral pills or you can have depot release formulations. In oral pills you will have 5 types. It may be combined, only progesterone, postcoital means after the sexual act, once a month, or a male pill. So even male pills are there. In the depot or slow release you can have injectable type, subcutaneous, or vaginal rings. So the combined pill, in India they come in the name of Mala N and Mala D. So you take this tablet, right? This is for one cycle. So you keep taking this tablet until your period comes, right? And then in your period you take these white ones, right? In your period you take these white ones, and on all the other time you take the other red ones. Okay, this will be mentioned on every strip which ones are for period and which ones are for in your normal days. Okay, and you will get period accordingly only because the hormonal pills regulate your periods also, right? So these are Mala N and Mala D. Then you have many other companies which are having the overall or unwanted 21, Yasmin. So more or less these work on the same principle. Then you have progesterone only pill or also known as the mini pill. So these have only progesterone, and this can be used by women for whom combined pills are having some side effects. So these ones have some drug interactions, means don't take them if you are having taking TB drugs or taking phenobarbital or ampicillin. Okay, then they also have some adverse effects. You can have some cardiovascular effects. You can have, there is chance of increasing cancer of cervix. Then you can have hypertension or hyperlipidemia or hyperglycemia, right? And you can have some other side effects also. So people need to see who can take this and who cannot. Everyone cannot take these pills, okay, unless it is contraindicated for you, right? See that it is not contraindicated for you. So there are many benefits also. It will protect you from many of the things, but there are contraindications, and absolute contraindication means you must not take the pills if you already have cancer of breast or genitals, liver disease, thromboembolism means any clotting, blood clotting disease, any heart problems, or you already have more cholesterol, or you already have abnormal bleeding. And people who should take them with caution are people with age more than 40, more than 35, and smoker, hypertension, kidney disease, epilepsy, seizures, migraine, or if they are breastfeeding or diabetic. Okay, now so use should be in younger women and for spacing. Do not use it as a terminal method. Okay, and more than 35 or more than 40 years there will be more risk of cardiac complications or heart related complications, so it is recommended more in the younger women only, right? There is something known as postcoital or morning after pill, which is known as I pill or emergency pill in many. So you can use this within 72 hours of unprotected sexual act, but this is only for emergency purpose. So don't make this as a habit, because this may have its own side effects and this may not work every time. Okay, so you should have your own method, and this is in the case of an emergency. So these 5 types of methods can be used. You can even have an intrauterine device within 5 days of the sexual act, or you can have these different combinations in your emergency pill. So such pills are coming in market which you should take within at least 3 days of the sexual act which was unsafe. Then you have something known as a once a month. So once a month you should take. Okay, this is not very successful. Then there is something known as chaya. So this has centrochroman in it. Okay, and these are non-steroidal, means these are non-hormonal. This you have to take twice a week for first 3 months and once a week after 3 months. And these are now supplied by government, and these have very less side effects, so you can try them. Then there is a male pill. So the male pill is again a subject of research only, because it may cause decreased sperm count and many things in many. Okay, right. So this male pill is made by gossypol or cotton seeds. Okay, so it can produce permanent reduced sperms in some. So this is again not widely accepted. Now there are depot preparations. Okay, so depot preparations, you have injectable contraceptives. Okay, there will be many types. Then you have combined injectable contraceptives. Then you can have subdermal, means just under your skin. A tiny capsule like thing will be implanted. Or you can have vaginal rings. So they will be like rings which you have to put inside your vagina. So you can have DMPA, NET-EN, DMPA subcutaneous. Okay. Then progesterone only or combined injectable. Then there is something known as Antara, which is introduced by the Indian government. Okay, so this is also an injectable one. Alright. Subdermal implants, means just under your skin. So they are like tiny capsules which will be implanted under your skin, and they slowly release the hormone. Okay, slowly release the hormone, and that will act for your family planning. Then there are vaginal rings which you have to wear in vagina for 3 weeks, and you have to remove for the 4th week of bleeding. And there are many other methods, or which you can say miscellaneous or natural methods. One is abstinence. So we all know, if there is no sexual act, there is no pregnancy. Okay. Then there is something known as coitus interruptus, means just before the semen is about to come, you have to withdraw your penis outside. But this has very much failure rate. If the couple has enough control and they think they can do this, they can practice this, but of course not without any other method. So it's better if you use methods in combination. Then there is something known as a calendar method. So this is based on some scientific calculation. So how you calculate your safe period or unsafe period, right? You have to calculate your fertile period. Okay, so normally, if I have to give a simple advice, just avoid intercourse between the day 8 to 22 of your cycle. Okay, but again, this is also not a hard and fast rule. See, you're never totally safe from pregnancy, never, even while you have your periods. Okay, always there will be a 1% chance or very less chance that you may get pregnant. Right, so the natural methods need discipline as well as understanding in between the couple. So in the natural methods only, there is something known as basal body temperature method, in which the woman has to daily measure her temperature, and whenever you see an increase by 0.5 degrees, that means that today you might be ovulating. Then there is known as cervical mucus. So in this, the woman has to keep track of her cervical mucus. So how your mucus looks like on which day. So you have to roll your finger inside your vagina and take the mucus, and you have to see. Right, again this needs high motivation. So the peak of fertility will be when the mucus is very thin. Okay, like you see in this third picture. Then there is symptothermic. If you combine all these methods, calendar, mucus and temperature, so this gives a little better protection rate. Okay. Then if you are breastfeeding, there is something known as lactational amenorrhea. So if you breastfeed whenever the baby needs, maybe at least 4 to 6 times a day, and even once or twice in the night, then it might work as a family planning method also. Then birth control vaccine, so this is again currently into research mode. Then you have terminal methods, means getting it done all for once. Okay, so when you can get tubectomy or vasectomy. Okay, so the tubes which are responsible for fertility, where from where your eggs come or from where your sperm comes, they are going to be tied separately so that they do not meet each other. So the for adopting for a permanent method, currently the rules are that you should have at least 2 children, and then the husband's age, wife's age, and certain other restrictions are there as of now. So in the male sterilization or vasectomy, you will ligate the vas deferens. Then the sperm transport will be stopped in between, so the sperm cannot come out and cannot fertilize. Okay, but it does not give you immediate sterility. Still you have to use other methods for up to at least 30 times of sexual act or 30 ejaculations. Okay, and tubectomy does not vasectomy does not affect the sperm production or your desire for sex or your potency. It does not affect this, and it is very very fast, simple, and cheaper than the female method. Okay, there may be some slight complications, like the sperms can make like a small ball like of thing which will resolve itself, but in initial phase, in initial 1 or 2 months, it needs some adjustment, right? So there are some rules which you have to follow initially after the tiny surgery. And then there is something very very minute surgery, like no scalpel vasectomy. There will be just a puncture wound, they won't even cut. Okay, they won't even make a cut, just a puncture, and it's just like an endoscopy. Okay, they will just insert a tiny tube and they are going to ligate your vas deferens. Now coming to tubectomy or female sterilization, the tubes will be cut and ligated so that the ovum does not reach the uterus, and also sperm will not reach the egg. So this currently we practice laparoscopy more. So such ring type of things will be attached, ring type of things will be put on the your fallopian tube so that the egg and sperm cannot meet each other, right? So there are some criteria, what kind of patient should come and what complications can happen. Then there is something known as the mini laparoscopy or the Pomeroy technique. Okay, again this is much simpler than the laparoscopy and needs only 1 or 2 puncture wounds. Okay, so it is very very simple and can be done even at the smaller level, the primary health center level, and it is safer and easier. Okay, thank you for watching this. I hope you have learned about contraception. Thank you.